After over 15 years, Hey Arnold the Jungle movie is finally here. The wait is now over and we finally get to know what happened to Arnold's parents. 90s kids everywhere are rejoicing. Me, I'm 22, almost 23. I've waited over 15 years for this. That's over 2/3 of my life. So why do I still care? Is it because I'm a sad excuse for an adult? I mean, no, that's not why. It's arguably true, but it's not why. It's because the show was so good, and the characters were so good. And, wait, what video is this? Oh yeah, it's because we relate to the characters. I had to bring it up eventually. So why specifically do we relate to Arnold, last name not given, it's Shortman, and Helga G. Pataki? First up is our favorite football-headed optimist, Arnold. Now he's probably the least crazy character on the show. In fact, some people might even confuse him for being boring. I would disagree. Now, Arnold is definitely the audience surrogate type. By design, that type of character is relatable, but they can be pretty boring on their own. That said, I don't think Arnold is boring. There's a reason that most of the other characters can't really seem to function when he's not around. He's the main balancing force, 1, in the show, and 2, in the characters' lives. And that's because his personality resonates so hard with the characters and with the audience. They and we all seem to want to either be like Arnold or at least have a friend like Arnold. He's the kind of person that no matter how crazy things get, you can count on him to keep you grounded. He's the centering force in all of his relationships, and yet he's not so perfect that he doesn't need help himself. When one character is so clearly the moral center of much of his environment, you run the risk of having a boring, uninteresting, maybe unlikable character. Being a goody two-shoes is great and all, but you really have to do that kind of character right. See, Arnold isn't snooty and above it all like that kind of character can often be. He has very relatable trials and struggles in his daily life. He isn't just the goody two-shoes because it always comes easy for him, but he believes in doing what's right, even when it comes with the struggle. And so many of us try to do what's right, but it is not the easiest thing. Arnold is what so many of us want ourselves to be. We want to be as happy and optimistic as Arnold is. We want to have as good and clear of a conscience as Arnold does. And his character gives a great example of putting up a fight to get there. But speaking of fighting, there's another character on the show who's on the opposite end of a pretty similar struggle to Arnold. While Arnold is a generally well-behaved kid who occasionally is tempted to do wrong, Helga is a poorly behaved kid who is occasionally tempted to do right. Helga's behavioral issues stem from a rough family life at home. Her dad is inattentive, her mom is checked out and heavily implied to be an alcoholic, and they both treat her older sister like a golden child who can do no wrong. Helga, who's 9 years old, deals with all of this just by lashing out. And these are very realistic problems that she has, and a very realistic way that she tries to handle it. And through it all, it's clear that it's really just a thick shell of a facade, and she's really not too bad of a person deep down. She's trying to hide the fact that she is a real person with real feelings. And most notable of those feelings are her feelings for Arnold. She buries those deep in her closet, literally. And while her obsession with Arnold might be rather over the top, it still resonates with the audience. Helga deals with her problems in a way that she knows is unhealthy, but it's easiest for her at the moment. And that's very human. Arnold and Helga both are very human characters. They have to deal with very human problems that are far deeper a lot of times than what you see on most kids shows. And that's why we relate to both Arnold and Helga. And also, it's why we still to this day really appreciate this show. And that's it. That's the video. I hope you and I both really enjoyed the Jungle movie. I hope it's great. I'll have a poll at the top, I guess. It's the top. And let me know who you relate to more between Arnold and Helga. Thanks for watching. Hit the notification bell to let your speeder sense tingle when I upload. And I will see you guys later.